the audio, why don't you?
Amazing.
Alrighty.
Welcome back. We have brought in a stray. Introduce yourself, Stray.
That me?
Yeah.
Hello. How do you guys introduce yourselves?
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did either.
Alright, I'm just not going to. Hello.
Amazing.
You're here.
It is number 3. This is number 3, my lord.
Yep, number 3.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Yes. Onwards. Save the children whose names we don't remember.
Yep. Remember one of them.
Yes. Gotta go.
Roll at 126 Selge.
Which way?
I
North?
don't know.
Well, definitely north.
Where are we going?
Can you open the
I think this
Oh,
way.
Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
Tower, yeah.
Can you open the map?
Should be able to.
Uh,
Try it.
Whoa, that's different.
Yeah.
The location names.
Oh wow. You write them in as you go.
That's pretty good.
I thought this said fast travel for a second, and I was like, wait a minute.
You have to walk.
The liberal kingdom.
There it is. It is. It's the
We had to bring back the liberal news
Yeah,
to Dad.
the liberal news.
You do. You
Yeah.
do. The
Very
liberal
funny.
news.
Are you gonna fight this guy? Remember which way is his front?
I don't.
I don't even. I think
That looks
I think
right.
This is his
Yeah,
back.
that looks
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it is.
With those sweet, sweet load times.
Yeah. It only does this once per. Oh no, that
nope.
was his front.
We'll figure it out someday.
Yeah.
Can I reach? No.
Yeah, we figured out last time that on the PSP it takes forever to load just the first fight of the area.
Oh, really?
Because it's always the same battle arena, so it loads
Yeah.
it into local memory, and then it's much faster to boot it
Oh.
up. So it keeps it in RAM.
That's neat.
Come at me, scrub lords. Do not nearly kill me like last time. I said stop. Of course, they pushed me out of attack range.
You can hit the other one.
Again?
It attack.
It might be one square away.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
Oh.
very close to being able to.
Never mind.
Let's see, we're just gonna do. I think that's the one. Yes, this is the one that makes me go fast.
The battles have so much more weight when they're like normal speed.
Yeah.
Get you with the compressed air.
I think Estelle's buff craft is pretty cheap. I don't remember that. It's like 10 or
Right.
20. Yeah. Thwack.
Go, Johnny Young Bosch.
Solid snake.
You missed, nerd. You hit that one, but that one's
Yeah.
stupid.
She did a good hit there. That does not do a whole lot.
Yeah. She's
There's
the
a whack 'em.
the brawn type.
Yeah. Head empty.
We made plenty of head empty jokes.
Yeah. She's.
I am too
Good.
far.
small brain.
Yeah, kind of stupid. Yeah, a little bit. You can, yeah, but you'll be able to cast before. You can cast, or you can do that. You can still kill him
Yeah,
either way.
That's probably better because your EP doesn't regen after a fight, so it's best
True.
to use it sparingly. You can also just
Hello
go.
there.
I'll tell you this now, because it's pretty easy to figure it out. But the sewers back in Roland where we started, where you did your first like combat area,
Yeah.
there's a thing, the recharge station there. You can just go back and use that for free, and it heals you to full,
Nice.
so you don't have to pay to go to the hotel.
That janky back and forth with the PSP analog stick.
Yeah. Well, you
I
did
forgot
get
about that. That
advantage
is-
on that one.
That is the strat. That is the strat in this one.
And
Gotta
a
be using
nice
the-
critical.
You gotta be using the D-pad. Like a true retro gamer.
I struggle to even call myself a retro gamer anymore. I just like RPGs.
It's. I feel like
I definitely still appreciate the charm of retro stuff, though.
I don't really know how retro's defined anymore, because a lot of people are like, ah, yes, the PS2 and the DS are retro now, when they're like fairly
how do I do
new.
that? Yes.
I guess they're like at where we are now, they're like the middle age of gaming.
Yeah, I've always considered it like. I feel like I would still call PS1 retro, but like my retro would span probably from like the NES up to the PS1. The PS1 being like the end of retro, and then like anything pre-NES is just like the vintage gaming is what I would call it.
I was gonna say anything.
Coming from a 1997 Zoomer out there, so I don't trigger any boomers.
I would
Calling
say,
them boomers will trigger them, but I don't think any boomers are gonna be watching a Trails in the Sky video,
you'd be
unless it's the what's her name?
the gaming grand ball.
I just watched her videos the other day. I know who she is. Food for Dogs.
Oh,
Her.
yeah.
She's based.
Yeah. She does have a lot of RP. She plays a lot of modern stuff though.
Yeah.
Like Atelier and stuff. But you'd be surprised in the Falcom subreddit. There's a surprising amount of like Trails boomers.
That's great.
They're like, I played this game when I was in my 30s or something, because this is 2004 was the initial release date.
Yeah, but well, nobody in the Falcom subreddit played it in 2004. They played it in
2011.
Yeah.
That's when it was first localized, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This game kind of just feels old though, in a good way. It feels like comfy.
Are we still gonna voice this, or do we just want to keep
Oh
rolling?
yeah, I can voice.
If we're still in conversation, I think it's fine if we go without the voiceovers.
Yeah.
But I guess.
Well, I don't want to like talk over it and play down the story because
Fair enough. Then
we'll
take it away, Estelle.
Oh, all right. It looks like we've come all the way to the Asmilus Tower. I didn't see any sign of them along the trail. So do you think they've wandered inside?
The trail?
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 Trails?
Trails?
Name drop?
It's quite likely that's the case. Let's go in. It looks like we'll need to hurry.
Right.
I made one solid snake joke with Joshua, and then Colin's like, yes.
It just fits so well. Ooh. Oh, banger. Who did we have?
Pat, that's his face.
Yeah. Bat.
You're Pat, Nikki.
Am I?
There we go.
It's dark in here.
Excellent.
Perfect.
I'm scared.
I think that's you, Austin.
No baby. Quit baby. You are not baby. We're only on the first floor of this place.
Did you hear that? They really did come in here.
I don't remember the voice I gave to Luke. Estelle, are you alright?
Luke! Pat! If you can hear me, answer me now!
It's worth a shot.
Those little brats. Are they pretending they can't hear me?
They might have climbed up to the second floor. Let's hurry and see if we can find them.
You didn't say right that time.
I should do this on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Thank you, PSP UI. Always so fast and responsive.
All the PlayStation UI
Yeah.
saving UIs are very slow.
Funny PS3 save system.
When I was
one's
playing
not.
Yakuza 0,
Mm.
the way they do the saves initially is... Well, you played Yakuza 0 on the PS4, didn't you?
No, I played it on PC. I played
Well, they bring
Yakuza
up-
3 on...
For like early PS4 games, they brought back the PS3 saving menus where it pulls up the same thing that it did for the PSP. And I
Yeah.
had to do that exact save method every time I wanted to save for Yakuza.
Nice.
So it took me like a solid 10 seconds to do a save.
Cold Steel does that.
Does it?
Because I played Cold Steel
Hilarious.
4 on PS4.
Oh, on PS4, yeah. It does do
Yeah.
that.
I thought all games did that.
I think they
didn't-
do.
Where are we
Do
gonna
they?
go?
Oh yeah. What are we gonna? Oh wait, no.
That's you.
Somebody help!
Oh.
God, there were
Your choices affect the ending.
I forgot there were choices. I completely forgot.
Yes, run straight, trip, fall off the ledge. Or the probably more sensible choice.
Let's go, Joshua.
Right, I've got your back.
Nice.
You monsters go somewhere else.
No, shoo, leave us alone.
Chew on this.
Estelle, what are you doing here?
Joshua, you're here too.
Get back, you two. These monsters aren't playing around.
We'll take care of them.
I feel like I'm trying to do a girl voice, but I feel like I go too like a little too femme for Estelle.
Protect all NPCs.
She sounds like a dude.
If an NPC's HP reaches 0, the game is over.
My favorite mechanic.
I cannot aim at the
It's
children.
not that bad. It gets way worse later.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware.
And you can heal the NPCs in combat.
You can.
That's nice.
You can.
You cannot outside of combat.
Use dual strike. Oh, you don't know.
What are you doing?
I forgot.
Hold still!
That's so funny.
Damn turn.
Ow.
Oh, he's okay. He's okay. Look, their AI's not that bad. They run away.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're doing something. Oh my god, look at the turn counter. You have to go like 4 more times.
That's pretty good.
delay. Base delay.
Base delay.
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
We'll just
Use
murk
clock
this
counter.
guy. Thankfully, Estelle has a lot of EP, and I can afford to just water gun again.
Look at those nice numbers. Look at how small they are.
Yeah.
It's so reasonable.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
Oh,
Strike a
baton
pose.
spin.
Monster beast meat. Put it in the cookbook.
Crunchy.
Eat it raw.
Yeah, eat it, and then you know how to make it out of thin air.
Yes.
It looks like that's that.
Yeah, I'm glad everyone's safe, too. By the way, that was great timing the way you blitzed the monsters, Estelle.
You really think so?
Is it safe now?
Oh man, that was awesome! Luke's voice is just gonna change with every sentence.
Yeah.
You really showed him, Estelle!
That's Seren.
Not bad for a girl.
I guess that's good for like practicing different voices. You little twerp. Just yeet him off the side.
Ow, that hurts! What are you trying to do to me?
What's wrong with you? You even dragged poor Pat all the way up here against his will. It's time to think about what you did today.
50 lashings. Ow! You're hurting me! Stop it!
We're gonna pass you off to sheriff for the
I
next
said
2
stop
hours.
it, you violent she-devil!
So this is the thanks I get for saving your neck, huh? Looks like it's time to give you some of my special discipline.
100 lashings.
100 stick beatings.
Alright, Estelle, I'm sorry. Everything was my fault.
Estelle? Shouldn't we forgive each other like they teach at school?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Sunday school be like,
Here they come.
this brat doesn't need forgiveness, but a little discipline should do the trick. That was just another.
Estelle, behind you.
It's something with teeth, isn't it? Oh, it is.
Shark?
Nice monster?
Yeah, it does look pretty neat. I'm not gonna make it in time. Nice knowing you.
She's like, ah, shit. Oh, hey, look.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Dad, you came.
God, he's tall.
He is.
I don't remember what voice I gave him, so we're gonna go with
It's
this.
just kind of like a deep. Yeah, it was like that.
You still lack a
You still lack.
Good
a step.
start. Fantastic start.
Amazing.
You still lack understanding, Estelle. You must always prepare for unseen danger by sharpening your senses. That's part of what it means to be a bracer.
Dad? What are you doing here?
I just happened to be in town and heard the whole story from Ida. I'll give you points for your quick thinking and taking action to come after the children. But you failed to follow through completely.
I really messed up, didn't I?
Something just hit me when they mentioned the guild lady being Ina. The same person in Danmachi is also named Ina.
Oh,
Who
really?
is like a part of the one of the guild people that gives bell
Like
missions
the quest
and stuff.
givers? Yeah.
Yes.
Funny.
Who referenced who? Probably Danmachi referencing Trails.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or they just decided to name them Ina as well.
Danmachi's that old. Yeah, they might have just been
I
coincidence.
think Danmachi was like at least in the 2010s.
Does the character look similar?
I don't remember what Ina looked like. Well,
Okay.
Trails Ina. It's a good thing you showed up when you did. I'm sorry, I should have been watching her back. That just means you have room for improvement. Constantly working to overcome your weak spots is the key. Understood. So how about we head home, everyone? Can you boys walk?
I think so.
That was incredible, Mr. Bright. You were like a gazillion times more awesome than Estelle. Haha, of course I was. I'm her father. Alright, everyone. Let's file on out of here. I'm with you, Mr. Bright.
I love Cassius. So good. Who's the glory hog now? I mean, I guess I should be thankful that Dad saved my behind. But why does he have to go and take all the credit like that? It really chaps my hide. I don't remember that line. That's so good.
That's just the way he is. After all, he is Cassius Bright.
I feel like all the meme lines get screen capped and I see them. I've never seen that line screen capped. That's so funny.
She does not look like the Ina in Danmachi.
No.
Not that much, at least. They both have hair.
Yes. One is an elf, though, I think. I think Ina from Don
Yeah, Ina from Danmachi is an elf.
Yeah.
Did I have Ina?
Yes, because I had Shara.
I think I just gave her a default voice.
I think you did.
Seems like you had quite a day.
Dad, it's just unbelievable. The second we get back to Roland, he says, I'll leave the reporting to you, and takes off for home. The sheer nerve, I tell you.
There's no need to make a mountain over a molehill. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
There's no need to make a mountain out of a molehill over it. At least the boys came back safe and sound. Anyway, I think that's all there is to report.
Kind of crazy how we do
Amazing.
a better job at dubbing this than Bandai did at dubbing Scarlet Nexus, because every other written line does not sync up with the dialogue.
Oh no.
It's actually unbelievable.
Oh yeah, that yeah.
Every
that,
other line,
yeah.
the dub is different from the
yeah,
written
not
dialogue.
every other, but a lot of them.
You did
a
well
lot
for
of
your
them
first
are
assignment.
Fucked up, yeah.
From the details of your report alone, I believe I can commend you both for a job well done. You should be proud of yourselves.
You really think so?
I know so. In fact, you'll do even better on your next job. If anything else comes up, I would appreciate your help again.
Sure.
How about we head home, too?
I guess we'd better. I still got dinner to prepare.
Would you mind holding on a second? A letter arrived for your father just a while ago.
Why did he send a letter? Lips across the street.
No,
You were just
no,
with
for
us.
him.
Oh, for him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, since he went straight home, I never got a chance to give it to him. Do you think you can deliver it to him instead?
Deliver a letter to
Yes.
I mean, he got all kinds of people doing his errands for him. Cause like earlier this morning, he was like, get me the newspaper," and then he was here anyway and could have gotten it himself.
We bought the newspaper, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Excellent.
Because we did the dialogue with the shopkeeper.
Yes.
I wonder if it's more work-related stuff. Probably.
I imagine so. The letter appears to be from one of our foreign branches. One of the guild's foreign branches?
Who's it from?
As I'm sure you know by now, liberal isn't the only country where bracer guilds exist.
There's also conservative.
Yes. On top of that, your father is widely known all across the Zumeria continent. Zumeria, that sounds right.
A lot of people
No,
pronounce it
Zemuria.
differently.
Zemuria.
A lot of people call it just Zumeria, even though that's not the way to
Zoomerville.
pronounce it.
Yeah.
The Zoomer
Or
continent.
is it?
That should also be Zemurian.
Yeah,
continent,
I think
not
Zemuria. That's how I
continent.
pronounce. I pronounce it Zemuria.
Yeah, I say Zemuria. Because that's what they say in the dub.
Well, if that's how they say it, then that's how we'll go with it.
Perfect.
Zemuria continent. So we can expect these kinds of letters from time to time. And if you two would be so kind as to make sure he gets this letter, I would really appreciate it.
We didn't even get to know where it came from.
No, we might know later.
Now, you see, opening other people's mail is a felony.
You should have it. You might be able to open it.
I doubt it.
We're going to jail.
You can try, but
I feel like I remember from like the tutorial part. I feel like when we got the boxes, I remember trying to open it.
nope.
No, it was there. It was grayed out though. You can see its description. Right there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it just says it's
There will be no felonies in our Twilight game.
addressed to Cassius Bry. Look at those Sepith numbers.
Is it supposed to be stuck like that?
Yes, you can't interact. with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I was
it is
just
supposed
kidding.
to
I
be,
mean,
yeah.
like the text box.
Oh, it just cut
How about-
off by the capture card.
No, this should be the full PSP display.
It might just be like that then.
Yeah, it might just be.
Let me,
just the,
Let me flick
an
the zoom
XC
switch. Get ready for wacky stuff, guys. Get ready to watch this.
Funny
does it
exceed.
Zooms it out.
Oh,
No,
go
no.
back to the Cassius.
Oh no, yeah, it is just. I think it's just cut off.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's so weird because this is literally just the original game files from the Japanese copy. So that means even the Japanese copy was broken. Oh no, because text is different. Never
Yeah,
mind.
it is.
Yeah.
It is different.
I was gonna say, because everything else looks normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get to Cassius Brech.
You know, spreadsheet be like.
Yeah.
Importing a spreadsheet to a game is very difficult.
Whatever. Funny. Have a
No,
laugh.
what? Nice.
Speed save. Got that evening time. The classic.
I do not remember it
The
looking
Junkin
like
sprites.
this. Oh, there
In
it is.
terms of
Yeah.
what?
No,
Oh,
it
just
just
the
looks a
sprites.
little bit different on the.
It's also like PSP resolution blown up on a 4K television.
It is
Yeah.
not aliased. Hey, Joshua.
Huh?
Do you think I'm really cut out to be a bracer?
You're asking me now?
I feel like that's what he says. Oh, never mind.
Well, you seem to have inherited your father's skill with a staff. And your nosy personality doesn't let you ignore someone in distress.
Really? You think so?
I'm stating facts. My thoughts have nothing to do with this. Sure, but why are you asking? Well, there we have it. Are you still thinking about what happened back at the tower?
Yeah. Because of my carelessness, Luke almost got caught in the middle of a dangerous situation. If Dad hadn't come when he did, he could have been seriously injured. I guess I'm just worried about whether or not I'll be able to stay on top of things in the future.
Dots.
Fun.
Huh. That kind of talk doesn't sound like the Estelle I know.
Huh?
The words you're using are far too big and complex. If we fail today, then all...
Yep.
I'm gonna just reboot myself. If we fail today, then all that's left to do is take our... Oh no. Take back our losses tomorrow, right? Overthinking and worrying about things that haven't happened yet is definitely not like you. Isn't being a bracer what you've always dreamed of? How can you expect to succeed if you let something like what has happened today discourage you?
Joshua. Huh.
Joshua, are you having a stroke?
You're right. This isn't like me at all.
I don't think a serious expression really suits your face either. You laughing like a big ditz is more natural for you.
Bone and brain. Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
You don't have bone and brain, you just have bone.
You
There's
just
no
have
brain.
No brain. Empty head. You're gonna see my angry expression if you keep that up.
Yes,
This or
pout
angry
face. Haha, okay. I admit that last comment was pushing things a little bit.
I'll overlook it this time, and thanks for cheering me up. I don't know about you, but I'm so ready to get home and eat. My stomach just started growling like a bear.
Maybe glutton is closer to the mark than ditz.
She's like an animal.
Protagonist energy must devour everything in path.
Must eat and fight.
I at least remember the path, I think.
Yes.
Amazing.
Aw. Love this track. I'm gonna talk to the... There's a standing log for staff practice.
Don't.
There's a standing log for staff practice. Look at that. There's a log. What's it doing?
Standing, I think.
It's standing.
Nikki, do you think we can use this for practice?
No.
I
Darn.
wonder what it's for. Alright. Cooking time.
Time to play Cooking Mama.
If only.
Do it. Cook.
No cooking minigame.
Throw Joshua into the fire.
Where are you supposed to go? Oh yeah.
I did it.
We're home, Dad.
Oh yeah, I guess we do have to give him the liberal news.
We finished reporting to the guild like you told us to.
Good work, kids. The details of your reports will be reviewed at each branch and will affect your pay. That's not the end of the sentence. That's a bottle cap on a shelf. And rank advancement in the future. Please make sure you always remember to do it.
Don't worry, we will. And before I forget, I got that copy of the liberal news you wanted. There was this letter for you at the guild, too. Like how well you perform affects your pay on each mission.
A letter, huh?
Well, I'm going to get cleaned up and start dinner. Oh, and Dad? Thanks for coming when you did today. You really helped me out back there.
I see her being rather gracious today. Papa is happy. How delightful that my daughter has finally understood what a great man her father truly is. There's no need to hold back, Estelle. Come, jump into your father's loving arms.
Beat him. In your dreams. I swear, the men in this house have one thing in common. They never know when to shut up. Based.
I guess she's not as depressed as I thought she'd be. Should I be thanking you, Joshua? I didn't do much. Just gave her a push in the right direction. Estelle's a resilient girl to begin with. Yes, she is. But she still has a long way to go. Showing into more than just a few stumbling blocks in this line of work. And overcoming those obstacles is what will teach her to stand on her own 2 feet. There's that soft side of yours talking again.
She broke you. Oh no! Are eggs supposed to explode like that?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What'd you do? Put them in the microwave? I guess I shouldn't have gone in expecting to make a perfect meal in a single try. No, wait. Cooking is supposed to be about passion. Exploding eggs are passionate, right? Now, once more.
I'll go run through McDonald's.
Go pick up a pizza.
Yes. Little Caesars. 5 orders of normal bread, please. That daughter of mine can sometimes be a little too passionate. I think I'll go help with dinner. We won't want the curtains to catch fire again. But at this rate, there's no telling when we can expect to have a bite of food ready to be at the...
Close.
Close enough. I ate those food.
Where are the 4-piece lasagna?
Alright then, let's see what this letter is all about, shall we? A message from the Arabonian Empire. What?
I wonder what it says.
I'm adopted? Wow, this is a surprise. I didn't think our trafficking ring would be found out this easily.
We have to stop kidnapping more kids, Dad. The basement's filling up. This new dish is what I call Estelle's Eggsplosion over rice. There's an entire eggshell in here. Be sure to savor every last morsel.
I will. Your cooking this evening is excellent.
How?
My compliments to the chef.
This is raw talent at its best. It's raw something.
And this is raw egg at its worst.
This is raw egg. Today certainly has been a busy but great day nonetheless. That's a weird line. We qualified as junior bracers, had our first real assignment, and I didn't even lose my eyebrows making dinner this time.
Amazing. Not to mention the food being delicious. For a first attempt, this dish is actually quite edible. At first I thought I might have to pitch it out the window when you weren't looking, but it seems that technique won't be necessary tonight.
Sometimes you're just so despicably rude, Dad. Don't you know how to be humble and just say something tastes nice?
Alright then. How about this? Boy, I never thought I'd be able to eat something so wonderful like this before I had to leave on business. You made a splendid meal, Estelle.
Thanks, Dad. Wait, business?
Are you really leaving again? Yes. Something unexpected came up. This time, I'll be going away for a while.
Hold on a minute. You're leaving when?
Tomorrow morning.
What? I don't care what kind of job you're doing. That's just too soon.
It's about that letter, isn't it? Was there some sort of incident? Oh, it's nothing like that. Just a simple investigation. Need to throw the investigators off their trail is all. I'll just have to visit a number of places, so it'll take me about a solid month before I'm through. That being the case, please take good care of the house while I'm away.
What do you mean, that being the case? You always use some vague excuse like that and take off for who knows how long.
We have to accept it, Estelle. A bracer's job is to help those who come to us for help.
I know. But what are you going to do about all your jobs here at the Roland branch? You've already accepted a few of them, haven't you?
Oh, only about 5 or 6. So I was thinking, and how about the both of you handle them for me instead?
I'll just shove my work off on you guys. What? Are you really asking us to do the work that you're supposed to be doing?
That I am. I'll have you do the ones which I think you can accomplish. And I'll ask Charizard to handle the difficult ones. So, what do you say? Gameplay, please.
Sure, of course we will. You're okay doing these too, right, Joshua?
Yeah, no problem. Looks like a good way to get some experience as a bracer. Then it's settled. I'll stop by the guild and let Ida know about the change of the plan before I leave.
Alright, I'm starting to feel more determined than ever. We'll have to bust our tails with these jobs so we don't tarnish your name while you're gone.
Oh, Estelle, my beloved daughter, you've already tarnished my name. Papa is so proud.
You've annihilated my reputation.
Oh, my dear Lena, who art in heaven, can you see your daughter now? Our little Estelle to grow up to be such a lovely young woman.
Face it, Dad, you're getting old. If people lose their trust in you at this age, you might as well just throw in the towel forever.
Uh-oh.
Oof. I'm only helping you out because I'm your daughter, and I have a duty to pay you back for the last 16 years. Jesus.
I'm only 45. And what's more, I'm very likely the most active member of the entire guild. Not bad for a pair of comedians. By the way, Dad, which flight will you be on tomorrow? The one headed for Grancel or the one headed for Bose? I'll be on the one headed for Grantham. My flight departs at 10 o'clock in the morning.
That means I'll have to get up a little earlier tomorrow. I'd better set my alarm clock just in case.
She's dead.
Rip. Her lack of brain finally caught up to her.
What's he doing?
He's looking, funking.
Father. Are you still awake, Joshua?
The rest
No.
Since this is just a you part.
Oh, Lord. Gotta get some voice exercising in. We just,
You can give Nikki one of the
hit
parts.
the song.
The first games in every arc are very cutscene heavy. The second games are usually have a lot more gameplay, but the first games have a lot of cutscenes.
Nice. You'd better hold off on the liquor, or Estelle will get mad again. This is just my way of lifting my spirits before I travel. How about yourself? Would you like to join me for a drink? Parents who host lose the most, Father. I'll pass. Actually, what I should be saying is, don't offer alcohol to minors. Yes. I'm not like Shara, who would jump at any chance to enjoy a drink or 10. That's because she holds her liquor much better than I do. There's something really serious happening, isn't there? There's no conclusive evidence, but there appears to be some sort of movement within the Empire. The Arabonian Empire? It sounds pretty suspicious. Sus. Yes, the Empire is being run by a bunch of sussy fuckers. This movement doesn't appear to be overt, but that's what has me worried. I intend to do a little probing at the Arabonian Embassy to see what turns up. Understood. I'll make sure to look after Estelle while you're gone. Don't you spoil that girl, you hear me? Now that she's become a bracer, she needs to learn to look after herself. Estelle will be fine. She's got good instincts, and despite being a bit rough around the edges, she has excellent talent with the staff as well. There's no doubt in my mind that she'll be a first-class bracer someday. Yet at present, she is a babe in the arms who knows nothing about the realities of the world around her. At some point in time, she'll have to choose which path to follow in life. And Joshua, the same thing can be said for you, too. It's already been 5 years since you became a part of this family, hasn't it? How time does fly. Yes. It sure does seem that way. About what you said back then. Are you sure you won't reconsider taking those words back? For me, keeping my word is what defines who I am. If I can't do something as simple as that, I don't know how I could live with myself. I know this may sound stubborn, but I can't take back what I said. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize. But I'd like you to remember this. No matter what path you choose in life, you can't erase these past 5 years. You cannot erase the things you have done. Estelle and I will always be your family, no matter what may befall you.
Nods head.
I believe that was the finest voice acting performance I've ever done in my life, right there.
Yes.
And y'all can't even hear it.
Yep.
Thanks, Dad. Wow.
Oh my god.
Woo!
Done it.
We're not really in an hour, but it might be a good. Maybe once this next.
We've still got like 20 minutes left to record.
Yeah.
Ish.
There's the cast.
Well, it looks like it's time for me to board my flight. Estelle, don't do anything I wouldn't do myself, and try not to be a handful for Joshua either.
For the upteenth time, I heard you already. How about you try not to go overboard yourself with your own work? You're not getting any younger, you know. constantly makes fun of him for being old.
Ha! You're old. Say what you will, but I'm not about to be overtaken by any youngsters. Charizard, I'm really sorry about placing all this work on your shoulders at the last minute.
Please don't be. I'm slightly concerned, however, about whether or not I can do a decent job in your place.
There's no need to be humble. Serve a streak. That was not a period, that was a comma.
Yeah.
I don't mean to take your life any more difficult, but
Uh-oh.
please, keep an eye on those two.
Alright. you just leave that to me. What was the name? Christopher Walken. I was like, why are you Christopher Walken now? Is tightening up the reins and not spoiling these two fine with you?
You definitely understand the way I think.
Uh-oh. What's this all about?
Looks to me like a mutual understanding between master and pupil.
Oh. You wanna
Go,
do this
Nikki.
one?
The
Perfect.
Cransel-bound airliner Lynn will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship now.
Uh-oh, I'd better take my seat. Almost went into Joshua voice there.
I mean, you were Christopher Walken like 5 minutes ago.
Have a great trip, Dad. We'll take care of everything here while you're gone. Gib.
I'm not sure everywhere you'll be going, but don't forget to bring me back a souvenir.
Is there a cat on the way? Done.
A little fancy something would be nice. I know, I'll bring you back a horse.
Hey now, this is a trip for business, not pleasure. If I have any money left over, I'll certainly think about it, though. Alright, you two, be good while I'm gone.
Bye-bye.
Stumbles and falls over when as soon as it starts moving.
Airship model do be nutty, though. for a game this old. Very detailed.
When did this originally release on?
PSP.
Back in 2004?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like a launch title, pretty much.
They always support, not by choice, but they always support consoles like it way after they're irrelevant.
Yeah.
Well, whatever works. He's gone. Again.
Yeah. Come on, you two. There's no need to look so down. Your father will be back in no time. I don't know what kind of investigation he's been asked to do this time, but when it comes to your father, he'll have it done before you know it. I'm not sad that he's gone. He's always been away more than he's been at home. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, I'm going to get to work on these jobs your father left for me. But if you run into any trouble, give me a holler. Will do, but first, I'd like to try and finish a few jobs with Joshua. I want to see what we're capable of doing as junior bracers. If you insist. I imagine that with Joshua tagging along, there's probably not much to be worried about. Good luck, you two. Thanks.
We'll do our best. So, what do you want to do now, Estelle? Shall we go stop by the guild?
Yes. Yeah, we should probably talk to Ina and find out what jobs are waiting for us. Let's go! Nice. Oh,
Where the heck am I?
Oh, you're at the
With the airport.
yeah, you're at the airport, yeah.
There he is. You can do this voice, Nikki.
We're making a good start today. For now, I'd probably rate that girl an 83.
Oh!
Oh.
Amazing.
Huh?
It's the same line.
Same dialogue. I love Alan.
That might be the thumbnail for this episode.
Just, huh?
Huh?
There are some that are like that that are better. There's one. There's one that's not in this game, but oh my god, it's my favorite. It's my favorite line of dialogue in anything ever, and it's not even dialogue.
Oh.
The one in third.
Yeah.
Oh yes, empty.
Yeah. You see the map?
You know where
Up
the
top.
kid is.
Destroy the children. Destroy the children. They're too slow.
Fuck
Hey,
up.
you can go in.
Before I forget.
Look at that shmoney. 1,500 bones.
That's a lot of shmoney. The birds.
Oh, there they go.
They got Shadow's name right there.
Am I doing all the NPCs?
Sure.
Luke's been like that since this morning. Boys are so simple-minded.
Yep. Yeah, since we got to talk for a good portion of this recording anyway.
Unbelievable. I came all the way here just to find that I wasted all this time for nothing. I can't find any buyers and the shops are bigger cheapskates than I thought they'd be. I guess it's safe to say that backwater places will always be backwater places. I don't know what voice.
This lady's really making me angry.
Huh? And who are you supposed to be? Then again, I don't really care who you are. I'll give you a deal, so how about you buy something?
What?
Will one of those wood carvings work for you? One of these. You won't find fine workmanship like this outside of the Calvard Republic.
Calvard? Sounds familiar.
I don't think I understand this reference
Is
yet.
that some famous store or something?
The Calvard Republic is the country to the east of the Liberal Kingdom.
Decaying. I knew that.
So Calvard made folks craft items, but
Yeah.
yes, I spoke right this time, but my brain just broke.
Yeah, it just sounds weird.
Craft items are what you're selling, huh? I'm sure you'd find a lot more people willing to take them off your hands if you went into the royal city.
You think so? I really thought some place in the boonies like this would be a taker on these, but maybe I was wrong.
Danger, danger, anger meter rising.
Oh well, I guess I'll try heading to Grancel sooner rather than later. Then again, what is my son Charles up to? Just when I thought I could get some help out of him, he ups and wanders off. That was some detailed dialogue.
Yeah,
Jesus.
We're not even like 2 hours into this game, and there's already so much stuff that like relates to modern Trails games, and I can't say any of it.
Weapon shop? Yes.
Oh, big sus.
It's also hard to give voices to NPCs because they don't know the actual voices of the,
Yeah.
like the real voices.
I mean, my voice isn't anything close to Estelle's actual voice.
Whoops.
Yeah, but it gives a
We'll
better
go with it.
reference of what they like generally
Yeah.
sound
I
like.
tried to get as close to Michelle Ruff's voice as I can, but she has such a distinct voice, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I can tell you're.
You're supposed to be in there.
Yeah. You're in the right place. Go up.
Oh,
Up through the
camera.
counter. It's like right there.
I tried to go up last time. I just walked right back out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thumbs are broken. Oh, good morning, Estelle and Joshua. Has your father already left?
Yep, just barely. That's why we came here to find out about the jobs he left for us.
Sure. First up is Assassinating the King. There are a total of 3 jobs I have lined up for you. For the first one, I'd like you to head out to the farm west of here.
The farm west of here. Isn't that where Tio lives?
Tio? Seem to have heard that name somewhere before.
Me too.
I sure haven't. Tio Purzel. He's one of our classmates from Sunday school. She's also the Purzel farm owner's daughter. Oh, really? It's actually from the Purzel farm that... It's actually the Purzel farm that put in a request to have someone exterminate some monsters.
Are they really having problems like that?
Fortunately, nobody has been hurt, but the owner and his family are upset over their fields being destroyed by the creatures. Therefore, the guild received an extermination request.
I never would have expected something like that to happen. Okay, we'll head out there right now.
Here, take this with you.
$1 million.
Amazing. The Guild referral. This document certifies that you were dispatched by the Guild. Please give it to the owner of the farm.
We already know Tio's father pretty well, so I don't think this is necessary. But we'll take it just in case.
Alright.
Might want to check the funny board. Nice.
Look at that. Shiny rock.
Find the shiny rock.
Like someone to find my shiny rock. Speak to me directly for details.
Tim, it's Charles.
Charles, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then also Milch Road Monster.
I guess we have both of those quests now.
Yeah, you can take as many as are offered.
So there's easy difficulty and then low difficulty.
Yeah. So
Look at how pathetic the pay is compared to this one.
the L
$30
This takes
versus
like 5 minutes.
$600.
the L in brackets means it has a long time period, but oh.
Nice.
Anyway,
Whack.
quests do expire. They're not permanent.
Ah.
So the L, it means it has a long time period, whereas if it has S, it's short, and M is medium.
I think I found out what's making the power flicker like that.
Fringe?
I think so. 'Cause
'cause
it makes
made
whenever it makes the
sound.
noise, it
Yeah.
flickers the display.
Well, I thought maybe that was just it shutting off with the power. Like the compressor shutting off.
I think the power is fine because the TV doesn't turn all the way off. It might just be like sucking enough power to where the capture card goes wonky.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is probably the most stuff you've ever run on this power grid. Ooh.
Well, we'll just unplug it for the next episode, which will be in about 5 minutes.
Oh, it is
Let's
just
go. Let's go
for
piddle
5
around
minutes,
for 5 minutes, I
On a
guess.
freezer.
So we gotta go find.
You can do
So
the.
fight
I think the
Charles.
rock one actually takes like 5 minutes.
It does. You do have to talk to Charles, though.
You have to
Where
fight
is he?
Charles. I
What did
know
she
where
say?
he is. Go.
In the guild.
Nope.
No.
Up. Left. Oh no, keep going that.
She was up.
I remember. I think I remember being behind not the guild but the other building.
That's where the quest objective is. But she said...
There she is. Who are you?
Dots. It's not. Zzz. Zzz. Oh, everyone's asleep.
They
You can't
sleeping.
even see them.
They
Nope.
did.
They're asleep.
The lady
Amazing.
with the blue hair said where Charles was.
Tell me.
Maybe I'll try it. Oh, I don't know if she will anymore.
There it is.
Oh, he
Disappears
disappears
somewhere.
somewhere.
Okay.
Could look in the.
Well,
Maybe in the tavern. I swear they. In the description, go to.
It said where the rock was. It didn't say where he was.
Really?
Yeah, so hit, what's the thing that brings up the D-pad? Is it triangle or something? Yeah, that. And then go to
Bracer notebook.
Not that.
Not that either. Oh no no. Wait, yeah, there you go. And then go to. Maybe not. No, bring up the Bracer notebook again.
I guess it was. I guess you just go to Roland.
Yeah, go to Roland. Go to Roland. So
Where is
tab
it?
over.
Yeah.
There you go. Tab
more.
over one more.
Oh.
There it is. And then
Find
find
the
the shiny
shiny
rock. They
Speak to me directly
don't.
for the
What the
details.
heck? I swear they do.
But it
I
tells
guess
you where the
that's
rock
supposed
is.
to just get you to go around
I
and talk to
I
everybody.
think that's Charles, right there.
They get
I
all.
could be wrong. No,
Nope.
Simon.
that's you, Nikki.
Even though she's being
Facetious.
facetious, she's still completely right about Roland's resources. She has a very good eye for all kinds of commodities. I think it is Charles. Talk to the other one.
That's a woman.
Nope. Wow, we were lucky this time. Who'd have thought they'd discover a new lode while we were discussing business? What? Coming here was much better than listening to the worthless talk of merchants from the Empire. Right, Simone? Simon.
You.
So you've finally taken your first step as bracers, huh? Your names are already being mentioned among the customers.
Really?
Roland may be in the country, But we've got some famous people here like Cassius and Shara. Now I just wonder how you're going to break into the big leagues.
Oh, come on, Elisa. Please don't put so much pressure on me.
He's not in here.
Sure.
Maybe go to the Orbital Factory. I don't know why he would be in there. Well, he said he thinks it's behind there.
Yeah.
The Orbital Factory is the orange building.
Yeah, so it's on the
Did
other.
I miss it?
Yep.
On the other
It's
side
across.
of the
It's
street.
across the guild branch,
So go up and to the left.
and then down.
Yeah, go
Right
behind
there,
it.
the building you're like right next to. Look at
Yeah,
the
it's
mini
just-
map.
See that arch? Go
just
through that
kinda
arch
right.
right there.
That's him.
That's gotta be him.
There we go.
Incredible.
So he was there.
They sure make this difficult.
This is really weird. Where could it have gone? Oh, excuse me, but can I ask you something? You didn't see a shiny rock around here anywhere, did you?
Huh? A shiny rock?
Yeah, that's right, one that sparkles. You didn't see a rock like that lying around anywhere, did you?
Are you saying you lost something? I don't recall seeing anything like that. Do you know where you might have dropped it?
My mom was calling for me, so I ran over to the general goods store where she was. I know I had it in my hand at the time, but when I came back here, it was gone.
Yawning. Okay. When you say general goods store, you mean Mr. Renown's store, right? I have no idea how to pronounce that.
We'll go with that.
Did you look in front of his store?
Obviously, that's the first place I looked. You don't need to treat me like a kid, you know.
My, aren't you a charmer?
Well, I already asked the Bracer Guild to help find it, so I'm sure it'll show up sooner or later. If you do happen to come across it, give me a holler straight away. I'll probably be around. It's definitely somewhere around here.
Yeah.
And it'll have like the exclamation point.
Yeah, but you might have to be over it.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Check that corner.
It shows up. There's like an animation for it, like a little shine thing.
There is? Okay. Oh,
Go
maybe
up there.
there?
Because I remember I didn't do that many side quests in Sky. This is one of the ones I did. When I replay it, I'll run through all of them now.
I think I did almost all of
Maybe
them.
at the Great.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. Huh, I thought
Where's
it was
the
over there.
Where's the general store that they were talking about?
It's right below the Orbital Factory. It's the green one on the left. You passed it.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's gonna be in
Check
there.
there.
Shit, I thought it was. You already checked under there. Oh, go on to the roof, maybe. The roof of the general goods store. Yeah, go. Oh, yeah, go in. Go in. And then go up the.
Oh, that's the Orbital Factory.
Never mind.
Hello again.
Where's the general goods store?
It's the
Oh,
next
you
door
went in the
down.
orange one.
Oh. Go to that one. There you go. And then go up the stairs. That should take you outside. That's my only other gift. It's not that. I don't remember where it is. I thought it was like right where he was.
I can gongle it.
Yeah.
Looking up
Yeah.
a walkthrough already.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
don't worry. Side quests
This
get
happens a lot.
far
Oh.
easier. Oh, I knew it was by a grate.
Nice. Huh?
What's the matter?
I wonder what that is. There's something. Wait, that's your voice? I wonder what that is. There's something shining down there through the sewer grate. Stella's also Snake now.
Uh-oh. You're right.
Oh,
It looks like something must have fallen through.
the sewers?
Don't tell me you forgot about the sewers already. You know, smelly, monster-infested place we were in not that long ago.
I like how that's what sewers are to them. They're like dungeons with monsters in them, not like actual sewage,
Amazing.
like waste disposal. Oh, right, those sewers.
Went there during our practical training, right? The entrance to the sewers should be just behind the chapel. If you're so interested in what's down there, how about we check it out a little later?
Sure, let's do that.
The next time on the show. We don't have a name for this thing yet. We're just probably going to continue not having a name for it for a little bit.
Trails playthrough.
Yes, next time on Trails in the Sky playthrough. Going back, baby.
Going into sewers.
Smelly hole.
Big funny monster.
Yes. Until we meet again.